Well. Looks like someone didn't think we're getting third kids, and ended up using all of their Sheldon licenses in the dumb Sheldon machine for mediocre rewards. I know the feeling, I play gacha games. But this is Splatoon. The dev team always delivers more than you expect and without any warning. In fact, they just shadow dropped 30 new weapons for you to get, and they'll likely add even more in the future to give third kits to every weapon type in the game. So you might want to start saving those Sheldon licenses right about now. But what if you don't have any left, or you only have a few? How do you get more Sheldon licenses when you're starting with a grand total of 0? There's two main ways to get those tickets: leveling up your character or reaching 1 star on any weapon in the game. The nice thing is that both of these methods use the same experience gain system, and I've done several videos on it so far. You can go watch them for more details, but the TLDR is that Turf War will get you about 20% more experience per hour of gameplay than Anarchy. That's because the rewards for Anarchy are a lot less consistent, and they only become equal to Turf if you're winning at least 70% of your battles and are getting several wins by knockout in the first few minutes of the game. So if you're really good at the game, then sure, Anarchy is about the same as Turf, time-wise. Otherwise, Turf is the way to go. And considering you might be trying to get a weapon to 1 star, it's a weapon you're not that good with, you haven't used it much, you're probably not going to be getting a 70% win rate. Okay, that is the method. Now what about the strategy? How do you get those tickets as fast as possible? Well, the best thing you can do is pick a weapon that you have not gotten to 1 star and head into Turf War. Win or lose, it doesn't matter. The only thing you need to do is make sure that you've painted at least 500 points of turf, and it should take you around 20 to 30 minutes to get that first star. That's because you only need 5,000 points to get it. This used to be 10,000 points until the 9.0 update in August 2024, so thank you devs for making the process a bit less grindy. And the math here is pretty simple. A win gets you 1400 points, a loss gets you 800, so on average you only need to play about 5 games of Turf War with a new weapon to get it to 1 star. After you get your weapon to 1 star, you go buy a new weapon or pick another one that you haven't starred and repeat the process. And yes, you definitely want to start farming those extra tickets because we will probably be getting even more weapons in the near future, especially since that 3rd anniversary is approaching. September 9th. Keep that number in mind, they do love their numbers. Okay, but what if you haven't bought that many weapons, or every weapon you do have is already at 1 star or higher? Well, then your only option is to grind your personal level. Here's a nice chart I stole from the wiki on how much experience you need to level up. You also want to grab a big experience boost food from the snack counter so that you can get double the points. If you are at level 50 or higher, it'll probably take you around 5 hours of grinding Turf War to level up. But if you're making sure to eat and keep up with the experience buff, it'll likely take you around 2.5 hours instead. So eat your subs, stay fresh, not a sponsor. Now if you're a new player under level 50 or an old player over level 500, this number will be different and you can do the math yourself. On average, you'll be getting 360 experience points per minute of Turf War, 720 if you're eating your food. So take the amount of experience you need to reach that next level and divide by 720. For example, if you're level 31, you need 62,000 points. That is 86 minutes of Turf War divided by 60 to turn it into hours, you got about an hour and a half. And since this does not include loading, disconnects, or queue times, you might want to round it up a bit, so let's just say like an hour and 40 minutes. The nice thing about this method is that you can double dip here. Assuming you're above level 50, you'll be getting an extra Sheldon license for every 5 weapons that you get to 1 star just from leveling up your account in the process. So overall, it should take you almost 15 hours to unlock every weapon if you're starting out with 0 licenses. And if for some reason you already got every weapon you own to 1 star and blew all your licenses on gacha, it'll take around 17 hours because you gotta level up first. Overall, it is a bit of a grind, but if you think about it, you can get all of the new weapons by no-lifing Splatoon on the weekend, or you can take the much more healthy approach and just play for about 2 hours a day, which means you have all the new weapons unlocked within a week. It seems a bit daunting, but it's not that bad. Just make sure to save your extra licenses for the next wave of new weapons, which may or may not happen, but better safe than sorry. Knowing the devs, the chances are far above 0. And do you really want to be the guy or gal who has to grind all weekend just to get the brand new toys a second time? Just don't gacha, it's not worth it. The gacha's never worth it. Stop. Just don't do the gacha. Now that covers the conventional methods of getting the Sheldon licenses, but there is one more way for you to get them, although you may have already used this up. And unfortunately, just like gacha games, this is the pay to win situation, because I'm talking about the DLC. That's right, for an additional $25, you can unlock the 2 new hub worlds, the roguelike side order DLC, And you also get an instant battle boosting bonus, which comes with a bunch of random food tickets and 10 whole Sheldon licenses. Or at least that's what it says in the wiki. It's been pretty reliable, but you know, take it with a grain of salt. But 25 bucks for 10 Sheldon licenses could save you some grinding time. Plus you get the DLC. It's pretty nice, it's pretty fun. I enjoyed it, some people didn't. Watch some reviews, decide for yourself. Anyways, that about covers the best way to get yourself more Sheldon licenses in this game. If you found this guide helpful, consider checking out some of my other videos for other useful information or just some background noise while you're grinding them out. Either way, thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and save those tickets for the next one, please!